What are the origins of totems, clan names, and surnames? The memories, experiences, relationships, and beliefs that shape a person's sense of self are all included in identity. Africans identify themselves by totems, clan names, and surnames. Europeans identify themselves by surnames and dynastic names. However, did we ever consider where these identifications came from? To identify clans, Africans used natural features such as mountains, water bodies, stars, the moon, and wild or aquatic creatures. Utilizing totems was a way to show how closely animals, people, and their living surroundings are related. In African tradition, totems are thought to represent the strength and energy of the ancestors and act as a bridge between the material world and the spiritual world. They grant one a sense of connection to a certain lineage or clan and reflect the ancestry. In pre-industrial societies, totems were connected to the success of the community, spirits, and religion. Animal totems like lions, elephants, leopards, crocodiles, snakes, or bird species like fish eagle, bateleur eagles are common among African clans. Clan members aim to embody specific attributes or qualities connected with these totems, which represent the animal. Kinship in traditional African culture is based on a totem or bloodline. As Africans, we are related by blood, and this is beyond one's geographical location. In Africa, an extended family is made up of complex kinship with siblings, sisters, parents, uncles, aunts, nieces, nephews, and cousins, all considering each other to be deeply related. Totems are emblems or symbols that are connected to specific families or clans, and they usually depict their ancestral animals, landforms, or spirits. These totems are important for kinship, identification, and social structure. According to anthropologists, early societies used totems as a universal phenomenon. In African culture, clan names play a significant role in defining an individual's identity and are derived from the totem. These names, which indicate ancestry and ties to a certain clan, are handed down through generations. Rituals, ceremonies, and storytelling are frequently employed to celebrate and honor totems and clan names. These gatherings strengthen cultural customs and guarantee the retention of ancestors' wisdom by uniting communities. For generations, clan names and totems have been used to convey historical stories and memories of the past. They act as a constant reminder of the hardships, victories, and ancestors' wisdom that shape African society. There may be distinct clan names and totems associated with particular locations in Africa, which correspond to the native populations living there. This represents the rich history of the nation and broadens the cultural environment. The Roman Empire is where the first known totemic forms in Europe originated. At that time, symbols were utilized as coats of arms, a tradition that is still carried out today. The earliest historical records attest to the use of totems in Africa to identify societies. However, the use of surnames is relatively new in Africa. Family names in China are said to have originated with Emperor Fu-Chi in 2000 BC. Under his administration, the family name system was standardized to make the process of taking and using census data easier. Patronymic usage is widely known in the Arab world and the early Islamic era, 640 to 900 AD. Originating from a distant ancestor, surnames were widespread in the Levant as early as the High Middle Ages. Historically, the surname would frequently be preceded by IBN or son of. Although they are not always used, Arab family names frequently indicate a person's tribe, occupation, renowned ancestor, or place of origin. Clan names and patronymics, son of, were also widespread in ancient Greece, dating back to the Archaic period. Due to his claimed ancestry from Heracles, Alexander the Great was also known by the dynastic names Heraclides and Caranus, which were titles given to the dynasty's founder. Family names became common throughout the Eastern Roman Empire, but surnames did not become common in Western Europe until the 11th century. Spain throughout the Middle Ages had a patronymic system. As a case study, Alvaro Rodriguez would be the name of Alvaro, the son of Rodrigo. Juan Alvarez would be the name given to his son instead of Juan Rodriguez. Many of these patronymics evolved into family names over time. Family names first appeared in England in 1086 when the Domesday Book was being prepared after the Norman conquest. Research suggests that surnames were initially adopted by the gentry and nobles during the medieval era before gradually spreading to other societal segments. To determine the origins of surnames in the British Isles, a 4-year study headed by the University of the West of England and completed in 2016 examined literature ranging from the 11th to the 19th centuries. According to the survey, more than 90% of the 45,000 surnames listed in the dictionary had their origins in Britain and Ireland. Most African scholars agree that the surname system entered African communities as a result of colonization, enslavement, and religious expansion. Eventually, it took the place of the totem system, which was common in African communities. The lion, which Tonga used as a totem, the sun, and a natural lake, which the Kalanga used, and the moon and the land, which the Mbire used, were ancient popular totems in southern Africa. Many African groups emphasize the value of cultural identity and legacy by maintaining and preserving their totems and clan names in the face of modernization and urbanization. While maintaining their totems, some people started using surnames. For instance, the majority of Nguni clans refer to themselves by their Izibongo clan names, which are the names of their ancestors rather than by totems. The adoption of surnames caused splits and a loss of family ties and heritage among African clans. Migration, colonialism, and the establishment of state borders strengthened the divisions, making it difficult for Africans to identify relatives by blood. Africans refer to blood relatives, foreigners, based on national borders that were created by colonists.